It's so different to see you from Dan. I'm sure you hear that all the time. People see this dichotomy between the two of you, and this was quite a season for Dan. I have to ask you though, at the beginning, you guys are doing these country music quips back and forth. Was that all pre-written for you guys, or did you sort of have to figure that out on your own?
I mean, the music video stuff, they had some ideas, but it was like a lot of it was just goofing around. We were on this very picturesque little farm, which had a lot of, really nice backdrops that we could use to establish it. And they kind of had some ideas of stuff that they wanted. And then sometimes they were just throwing out ideas, spitballing, seeing what stuck. And the idea of Petronevich and I lighting our smokes, no-handed that close, I think was something someone came up with on the day. And we're like, is anyone willing to do this? And we're like, yeah, we don't care. Let's do it. We just didn't want to stab each other in the eyes with cigarettes. That was our only worry.
The stand-up comedy routine was wonderful as well. What was it like for you being on stage and getting to perform in a performance?
I mean, I that's been my bread and butter for the longest time. That's how I started. I love doing Dan's stand-up because it's really fun to do an impression of what terrible stand-up is. Uh, and that's really all I'm doing when I do the dance stand up. It's none of it's really funny. It's all just, catchphrase and character. And I chuckle because there's probably two or three people who come out to see my show when I am performing live who think that that's what they're going to see. And they definitely do not.
Well,
But
at least
both
it was
times
better
we've
than
done stand up
Wayne's.
as Dan has been fun.
The transition from Mennonite back to Dan was exceptional as well. Did you miss wearing the overalls? And is that something you took with you post show?
They didn't give me the overalls, but I got a bunch of the shirts. I got a bunch of the shirts and a few of the hats. I actually the hat that became Dan's hat, the Alberta beef hat, was a gift from the Canadian Pickers when they came on the show. There was an actual gift that he gave to me, the actor, and our wardrobe designer Ginger Martini loved the hat so much, and at the time, the previous red hats that they were using had been discontinued by the company that made them. So, and we were kind of wanting to move away from red hats anyways. There was starting to be a little bit of negative association with all red hats because of a certain president. So we were looking for something different, and she really liked the Alberta beef hat, and so we got permission to make that the new official Dan hat. So I still have an Alberta beef hat in my hat collection here at home. But I was really only in the Mennonite getup for one scene and one day, and it didn't feel right.
What did it mean for you to be a part of such a special series that was so beloved, not just by Canadians, but by so many people across the world?
It was a life-changing experience. When I auditioned for Letterkenny, I was living on a couch. I was waiting for my room to open up in an apartment, but one guy just wasn't moving out yet, and but I was living on a couch, and now I'm sitting in the basement of the house I own. So it has changed my whole life. I spent 8 years in Letterkenny, made some irreplaceable friends, and I don't. I've been spoiled. Every set I walk onto from now on is going to have a lot to live up to. We were. It was a great group of people, the cast and the crew. The crew was phenomenal, and we were an exceptionally efficient show, and that's something that we average 12 to 13 pages of dialogue a day, which is unheard of in television. And every show I go on now just feels slow in comparison. So it'll be, I don't know if I'll ever quite be in the exact same situation I was in there, but I now know what a set can be and what a set should be, and I have high expectations.